All right, so we're live here. I'm just going to post the URL to everybody. Okay, I'll post that as myself, and then I'll go over here and repost it and see if anyone shows up. So I'll just hang out here a bit this morning. What I'd like to do is we're on a 2-week session of planning your first flip classroom activity. It doesn't have to be completely in detail because for a lot of you, it's going to be something you're not doing until August. It might be something you do after this break that we have coming up here at the Tec de Monterrey, and I recommend that as well. So my recommendations: plan to do 2 activities. Don't just do one, okay? Because you want to do one, there's going to be issues that are going to come up. Students aren't going to believe that they need to do the work before and come to class ready for a lecture. So I recommend doing 2. Do 1 and then wait a week or wait 2 weeks, depending on how your schedule works, and then try again and implement what you learned from the first one into the second activity. Now, for the purpose of this course, I really want you just to put down what you think is a good activity for a first activity. What I want you to do is give your activity a title. Let me know what you plan to do, how the students do ahead of class so they come prepared. How are you going to check that they're actually doing this? There's all sorts of options there in terms of formative assessments or having them do summaries or a discussion group in a forum or exit quizzes or entrance quizzes going into class to see what people have done. So there's that, and then what you actually do inside the classroom. Document what you can there. Maybe take photos, get the students to take photos of what's going on with your activity in class, depending on how active it is and what you want to do there inside the classroom. And then do an evaluation of how it went. So an evaluation of the learning process of the students and whether they actually learned from the activity, as well as how they felt. What was their feedback on how this went? Maybe take some statistics on which students did the readings or the other pre-class activities and which didn't, and then write your follow-up on it. So obviously I'd love to see a blog post after the event, after the class session, for you to give your reflections. But if this is something you're planning for the future, then go ahead and just put your blog post and your video together about what your experience making this and what were the struggles during this process. And then later on, you've got this blog now. Keep using this blog for the rest of your academic journeys. What else was I going to say in this? Oh, what I'd like you to do. So try to get something up this week. Get some feedback from your colleagues. Promote it through the course blog as well. But what I'm going to do here is let me share my screen. What I'd really like to do, if you can, okay, I'm trying to get people over the shyness of Google Hangouts. So here's our Google Hangouts. Anyone can jump in right now. I actually posted this to Twitter. I don't think anyone's answered it yet. No. Go ahead and go to our course blog. So I'll go to Unit 5, which is this unit for this week and next week. Okay. And put your comments down here. So let's see. There's some comments. We got Hartvig commenting, me commenting on Hartvig, and Hartvig commenting on myself. So go ahead and promote your blog post here in the comments for Unit 5, as well as via Twitter. The other thing I'd like to offer to everyone who is interested is you can go to kenbauer.youcanbook.me and I'd like you to book 15 minutes with myself and see if you want to talk about your activity and my feedback directly on activity. Sometimes this feedback is much quicker and much deeper because we can have a 2-way communication very quickly, as opposed to back and forth in a blog post or comments or on Twitter. Twitter's pretty quick as well, but maybe you want to have a video hangout where we can see each other or audio. We can do it via Skype. We can do it via Google Hangouts, whatever your choice. So you can go here to kenbauer.youcanbook.me and book a slot with Ken anywhere in my time schedule there. It's only open from 8 till 5:30 p.m. Because I use this with my students, and usually the evenings I got a whole bunch of things to do for family. But if you'd like to do a hangout in the evening or on a Saturday or something, even a Sunday, that's fine with me. Just let me know via email is the best way to get me, or use a Twitter direct message or something, and we can get a hold of each other and find out when's a good time for us to do this. I've done a couple sessions during the evening and during the day. This week we just coordinated via email to see how it's going to work. So please, you can go in here and you can just click any of these fields and say, hey, there's your name, your email, tell me what we're doing, and book 15 or 30 minutes, and in the anti-robot little caption here, and then confirm your booking. You'll get an email, I'll get an email, it'll get set to my calendar, and then we can get together and talk about your flipped activity. All right, so keep up on these things. If you're behind, keep cranking through. When I get back from vacations, I'm going to go through and tally up who's doing what, and then make sure I can contact your campus coordinators to let you know you've done the material so that you can get some credit for this course somehow. I'm still investigating Mozilla badges, and I'd like to do that as well. What I'll do as well for this course, for this first run, we'll start this again in May, is I'm going to put an alumni link here on the top so that people that have finished the units can mark down that they've actually finished this course and have public credit that they've done this. All right. Let's see if anyone else is jumping in on Twitter with any questions. I don't see anything. I'll stop the screen share here, I guess. Just look at my pretty face. So that's about it I got going for this course right now. We're gonna kick this off again in May. I'm actually really happy with the activity we've had. I'd love to get the Google Hangouts going out more. So one thing I'm gonna do is get a survey together at the end of the course and see how I could help you more. Obviously, this is not a classic you hand in the assignments and I give you grades type thing. This is really self-reflection and trying to develop a community. The community works much better if you're actually active in the community. So we'll see how that goes, and opinions from all of you out there in the course or just checking out what we're doing. So I will wrap this up for now. It's just a quick 10-minute session. Again, I'm always open to suggestions of tools or other stuff you would like for me to demo here. And if you'd like any other conversation to go, just let me know and book me, and we can talk about Flip Class or whatever else you'd like. All right. I will stop the broadcast now. I'll just do a quick 10-minute one here, and have an excellent weekend.